Hi, you're cute. Sausages.
He's known as the Supervet.
You all right, mister?
His extraordinary vet practice
Very gently hold that.
and cutting-edge procedures
Hi, mate.
have saved the lives of thousands of the nation's pets.
25 years ago, I would have said it was impossible. All right, all hands on deck. Let's get into theatre now.
6 years ago, we started filming Noel's remarkable journey,
Right, last chance saloon.
full of challenges,
Nothing about this fracture is textbook.
hope,
Bring me some good news, please.
I'll try. I'll try.
and joy.
I've got my dog back with bells and whistles on.
But what happened next? In this special episode, we revisit some of the most dramatic
I don't know if it's possible, but I'm going to try.
We're not going to give up on her now.
No.
Come on.
and inspiring cases
Doesn't get any better than this.
to catch up with the families and discover what became of the animals
Never thought I'd see this day.
at the heart of these extraordinary stories.
We can. That's better. I'll get a kiss now.
Fitzpatrick Referrals, Kate speaking, how can I help?
Every day, Fitzpatrick Referrals sees a succession of much-loved family animals brought in for specialist treatment.
Animals really bring out the best in humans.
Why not? Let me see ya.
They make you happy.
Just their faces and their waggy tails. I just love soft ears. But nice. Just got the saddest eyes. Just melt your heart. The cuddles. Oh. They play such an important part in everybody's lives. They are part of the family.
In July 2015, a puppy was rushed in as an emergency after being hit by a car.
Hi there. What's the name, sorry?
Darcy Wilson.
We met 18-month-old Chihuahua Darcy,
Oh, take a seat and we'll let the vet know you're here, OK?
a vitally important part of the Wilson family. Darcy's pelvis has been crushed and she's unable to walk. It's especially upsetting for 18-year-old Tajourne.
Do you think she wants to see her mummy crying? Give her a kiss. Let her know that you still love her and that you still want her around, because at the moment, it's just you just there crying. I can't help it. I know.
At the age of 7, Tajourne was placed on the autistic spectrum, and having Darcy, it was a complete confidence booster with Tajourne, and she gained so much from having the responsibility of having someone else or something else to look after.
Darcy. Darcy. Hello, how are you? I'm Noel. Please, come in. Take a seat. What's your first name, sir?
Josiah.
Josiah. How do you spell that?
Josiah.
Very good, thank you. Hi, how are you?
Tajourne.
Nice to meet you. Please take a seat. Hello, little one. How are you? Hi there.
Hi.
I'm Noel.
Rhonda.
Okay, let me write down everybody's names. Josiah.
Tajourne. T-A, capital J.
Capital J?
Yeah.
Are you like a rock singer or something? Wow, love a capital letter in the middle of the word. I'm loving this already. T-A-J.
O-U-R-N-E-E.
Well, you know what? I'll bet everybody misspells that. At least I've got it written down so I remember it. Yeah. Okay, hi Darcy. What happened to you then? Hey, so tell me what happened.
Well, she escaped from the house when the postman came, and then we were told by some people on the road that she'd been hit by a car. A young boy, he tried to stop her, but she was too quick. And then he took her to the vets, and then they did what they could, and that was it. When the nurse brought her out to us this afternoon, she was completely out of it. But as soon as she saw Tajourne, that's it. She has since perked up.
She's your mate, eh?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
X-ray pictures from their local vet show that Darcy has multiple pelvic fractures.
Okay, sweetie pie. Okay, so she's holding this leg up.
Yes.
Because of some kind of fracture in there.
Okay.
So our job tonight will be to get her stabilised, and we'll need to then get more X-ray pictures.
She's a member of our family. We can't be without her.
I can't make you any promises at this point, but hopefully we'll win.
Okay. You say bye-bye to her.
Okay, give her a kiss. There we go.
Darcy will need further x-rays tomorrow, once Noel is confident she's safe for another anaesthetic.
All right, so stay brave, yeah? And we'll talk tomorrow, all right? Stay brave.
Leaving Darcy overnight will be difficult for Tejone.
She helped with my confidence and also my social skills, because I would speak to her and then I can speak to other people as well. Without her, I feel like an alien, you know? It's crazy without her.
Families come to Fitzpatrick's with animals of all breeds. For some, it's rescue animals that make their family complete.
Once you've rescued an animal and felt the joy and reward that that can bring, you realise that there's so many animals out there needing homes, and it can become a marvellous and fulfilling way of life to give homes to as many of them as possible.
I've never seen anything quite like it.
In 2015, we met serial rescuers Ruth and Chris.
I'm so scared, Chris.
Poor little chap, is he still stressing?
They'd brought in a rather special member of their family, three-legged rescue cat, Jersey.
I work at Mepham Veterinary Hospital, and somebody had found him in a dairy, which is why he's called Jersey, and I fell in love with him.
When he was discovered 2.5 years ago, one of Jersey's hind legs was so badly broken it had to be amputated.
Okay, Jersey, please, Jersey.
This has put a lot of stress on his remaining back leg, and it's now causing him problems.
Hello, guys. What's underneath that hat? It's a cat. It's a cat under the hat. There we go. Hi, mate. How are you? It's fine. It's fine, buddy. You can hide in there. It's fine. Look, a stranger. Complete leprechaun stranger. All right, mate. Show me how you walk. There we go.
He's just slowly got worse, hasn't he? Often, when he first gets out of bed in the morning, he's really bad. And each step, he sits right down on his bottom.
He's dropping each time.
Come on, Bubs. Good. Yeah, stand there and hold him. Yeah, I thought so. His kneecap's slipping. Yeah. So let me explain what's involved here. Any leg is just a series of pulleys, joints and pulleys. The pulley's in place, you move the muscle, it moves. If the pulley's out of place, you move the muscle, it collapses.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to need to do to get that pulley staying in all the time, almost certainly we're going to need to deepen the groove. Very straightforward, do it all the time. Good.
Oh, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Noel will treat Jersey's slipping kneecap, whilst Ruth and Chris head home to care for the rest of their family.
We've got 2 dogs, 6 cats, 4 ferrets, and then we've got ducks, chickens and quail. Oh, and a couple of goldfish. So here's some little chickens that we rescued. Ducks. Just love them, don't we? They're all rescues and we just kind of end up with them.
Well, it's mainly Ruth phoning me up and saying, can we have this and can we have that and can I bring it home? Sometimes I have to say no because we'd just be inundated, but yeah, most of the time she gets her own way.
But out of the 34 animals they have welcomed into their home, Jersey is especially close to Ruth.
Jersey came into the vets. Oh, it was just like love at first sight. I was straight on the phone, Chris, can we have him? He's irreplaceable. He's just, he's in there. He's just, yeah, he's just totally in my heart. I could never be without him.
Jersey is prepared for surgery on his slipping kneecap. But Noel has discovered an additional problem with Jersey's hip.
Oh, hi, Ruth, it's Noel. I've taken the pre-op x-ray pictures and there's arthritis in the hip.
What can be done for arthritis? Anything?
Well, arthritis is not curable.
But I just think I can't give up on him.
Noel can treat Jersey's knee, but with medication not working, fixing his hip will be far more challenging.
I have done total hip replacements on dogs on 3 legs, but to my knowledge, there's no data on how a cat would do with a hip replacement with 1 back leg. So that would be unknown territory, uncharted water.
Oh, wow! Yeah, I got all the bounties.
I like bounties. I like bounties.
Hello.
She's very cute.
Darcy, the Wilson family's precious Chihuahua who was hit by a car, is having X-ray pictures taken so Noel can see how badly her pelvis has been fractured.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty bad. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fractures. It's a bit of a mess. That's going to be tricky to reconstruct. Operating on tiny dogs is tricky because there's no room for error. You've got tiny bones, tiny blood vessels, tiny nerves. I guess it's analogous to trying to move around pieces of broken glass with chopsticks.
Noel will need to realign the tiny pieces of pelvic bone.
Give me some Liastip, I've got quite a lot of blood here.
Blood loss is a major risk, so Noel has to act fast.
This is massive trauma, and when you try and go down to move the fractured fragments around, it starts to bleed again. In a dog of this size, a very small amount of blood loss would be catastrophic. I'm just trying to seal that off. Oh, man. Urgh. Hold again, quickly.
He cauterizes the small, broken blood vessels, but is concerned about the position of a major artery.
The main blood vessel is tangled up in the main fracture. All right, this is quite tricky. So I'm going to slip the blood vessel over one piece of the fracture. Lower your hand, please. That's it, stay there, stay there. Whoa, whoa, back, kick it back. We're almost there now, don't move. And that should do the trick.
With the bleeding now under control, Noel holds the repositioned fracture fragments in place with an external frame.
So I'm holding those 2 pieces of bone together, a couple of millimeters out, and it's not going to heal because it's such slender bone. Don't move, anybody. Now, if you let go there and you let go there, it should stay together.
X-ray pictures will show if Noel's managed to realign the tiny bones in Darcy's pelvis.
We can see that this side is lined up well, and we've got 3 pins in there holding that side of the pelvis back on the sacrum, so that's really nice, very good. This side, much more tricky.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hey Rhonda, it's Noel.
Hi, Noel.
So I'm just out of surgery now. I'm hopeful that things will heal okay. So reassure Tajerne and Josiah that everything is under control at the moment, but of course it's going to...
Here right next to me. Oh, thank you.
That's all right.
Can you give a kiss to Darcy for me?
We will. Yeah, absolutely. Bye. What a lovely family.
I'm a fish. I'm a fish today.
What fish would you be?
I'll be flounder. What fish would you be?
Clownfish.
Yeah, you're a clown. I'm a puffish. When I get angry, I puff up.
It's been 5 weeks since Jersey's knee operation, but walking is still very uncomfortable in spite of medication.
I'm just really concerned about him. And he's so unhappy. I'm wondering if he's in a lot of pain with his hip.
We fixed Jersey's knee to make sure that he could stand on that leg, and then Ruth needed time to consider the ethical implications of putting him through a hip replacement when there was no precedent for that on a three-legged cat.
Just looked at him just now. The knee wound looks good.
Yeah, it does look really good.
Yeah, so that's fine. I'll tell you what I do think. Remember that he has spent all of his life trying to put this one leg in as a tripod in the middle. And that has contributed to his kneecap coming out and his hip also going.
With only one back leg, a hip replacement may be Jersey's best hope for a pain-free life. But Noel has never done this on a three-legged cat, and there are no reported cases.
You are very much between a rock and a hard place, because do we carry on treating him medically or do we put him to sleep? You know, don't think for a second I'm telling you have to give up on him, but I have to be realistic.
I can't let him go, I can't.
But just be aware, I mean, I can't really emphasize enough that I'm scared about it, and I don't normally get scared about operations, really.
If there is a chance that I can keep him, then I will.
Despite the risks, Ruth wants Noel to go ahead.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to make you cry, I'm sorry.
Jersey is prepared for hip surgery straight away.
He's only got one back leg, so he's going to be a bit hard to position.
The biggest single problem is that if that operation goes wrong, you can't amputate that leg, so it could be game over.
This is uncharted territory, even for Noel. Jersey's abnormally angled hip joint makes it difficult to manipulate.
And now comes the most critical bit, and that is the angle of the cup.
To prevent the new hip joint dislocating, Noel must replicate this unusual cup position.
Don't move, don't breathe. Okay, here we go. Right, the cup is in. The next challenge then is what angle we put the stem in. If I twist it that way, it's going to dislocate. If I twist it that way, it's going to dislocate. It has to be exactly at the right angle. All right, let's go.
To hold the stem in place, Noel squeezes cement into Jersey's femur bone.
The problem is that the canal of the femur of a cat is very, very narrow, so to get cement down it is very challenging. Yeah. Okay, good.
The stem is inserted and angled to align with the new cup.
Don't move. So now the moment of truth.
Finally, it's time to fit the head and cup of Jersey's new hip together.
Here we go. So we're just externally and internally rotating it now, making sure it's going to stay in place, so that's good. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Progress always depends on one patient in desperate need. But when I've done something for the very first time, I just can't know what the future holds.
It was late evening in 2014 when 3-year-old Deerhound Willow was urgently brought to the practice with a suspected fracture in her neck. With Noel still in theatre, an initial assessment is performed by senior surgeon Miguel.
So what we can see is that she's unable to walk and she seems to be painful on her neck.
Willow's family, Noreen, Graham and 10-year-old Lev, are waiting for news.
What will happen to Willow?
Don't know, that's what we're here to find out.
Willow's condition is so critical she's been rushed straight to Fitzpatrick's from the scene of the accident.
We were going for a late evening walk and she was really calm and quiet, and so we thought we'd let her off.
As soon as she got let off lead, she rushed into the undergrowth and the bushes and things, but they're like really wooded and lots of trees to dodge.
Suddenly we heard a cry of pain, and when we found her, she was just lying incredibly still.
She might have to be put down.
Maybe. Don't know. Till we talk to the surgeon, he can tell us what they think they can do and what they think they can't do. How good will their life be? Because it just means a life of discomfort and pain. It's probably not worth it.
Willow is the third dog that the family have rescued. She's particularly important to Lev.
Come on, Willow! Here she comes. Good girl. Straight past me.
Well, my mum had seen her on a website, and, well, we thought she looked really cute, and so we thought we might as well rescue her, because she was, if no one could own her, she would be, probably being put down.
That's her journey home, isn't it?
Yeah, this is when we first picked her up on her first day. I felt a tiny bit nervous, because I wasn't so sure at the beginning, but I'm going to love her. Me and Willow are both adopted. She's still a rescue dog, well, I'm a rescue human in a way.
I think Willow's really important to Lev because Lev's an only child and he calls her his hairy sister, so it's quite nice for him to have this hairy sibling. She's a member of the family, no matter what.
Because of the severity of Willow's injury, Noel is called out of theatre.
That's horrific. That's horrific, and that's the worst possible spinal fracture you will ever see. Right, Willow's mum and dad, please. Hi, guys, come on in. She's broken her neck. And the worst thing is that she has broken it really high up. There. So that bone is shooting up into the spinal cord like a spear. And even if I can repair the bone, there's definitely no guarantee that the spinal cord's going to recover from that kind of impact trauma. There is a chance that she could run around and be happy again, but in order to seize that chance, we'd have to operate most of the night. We don't know if she'll ultimately make it. I guess what we're really talking about here is whether we should put Willow through surgery or not. We either operate or we put her to sleep right now.
Yeah.
Do you want a few minutes?
Yes, please.
Yeah, perfect, no problem.
So, no more Willow?
Well, we don't know, darling.
I don't know what I think, really.
No, I mean, she needs to get out of pain one way or the other, permanently now.
Yeah.
The thing is, she could die on the table, or she could come through and we have to put her down.
For Lev, it's a lot to take on board.
What happens if we do the operation and it works? She can't walk, though. What do we do then?
She has to be put down.
She'd have to be put to sleep.
Deerhound Willow has been rushed to Fitzpatrick's with a broken neck. The family needs to decide if surgery is the right thing to do.
Aye. Right, I think we've got to give her a chance. Let's go for it.
Yeah. We've got to go for it. We do understand the risks and we understand it's a tiny chance.
She's a rescue. One of the reasons we rescued her because she was under the threat of being put down, so she's already been through that stage. So we're not going to give up on her now.
No. Once we take on a responsibility, we don't renege on that. And I think it's really good for Lev to see the commitment that we have within the family.
I absolutely want to make 1,000,000% sure that you know you could go through all this and still lose.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I will do my very best. Don't expect a phone call before about 4 a.m.
Good luck. Thank you.
The break is in a critical area of the spinal cord. If left untreated, Willow would be in so much pain that she would have to be put to sleep.
Alrighty, here we go. Right, where we're going is right under the voice box. We'll cut through. Mark, do not press down, you'll kill the dog. You got it?
Noel must perform a procedure called distraction to move Willow's fractured vertebrae back into alignment.
Right. Right, what I've done is I've put a group of pins in this bone and a group of pins in this bone, and what I'm about to do is I'm going to loop this wire over those pins and this wire over those pins, and as I pull these two wires apart, the fracture in the middle will pull back into line. Sweat, please.
Once realigned, the pins in the vertebrae must be held in place with surgical cement, forming a permanent solid bridge inside Willow's neck.
It's absolutely critical that I pour the cement at the same time as I pull the two bones apart, because it's going to bleed like crazy. It's at this point that, well, frankly, we could kill Willow, because if the cement doesn't set fast enough, she could bleed to death. I'm nervous. All right, pouring cement now. Okay, I'm distracting now. It's gonna bleed now. I need to shape the cement, and I need you ready with flush. Let's go. All right, come on, set. Oh, I am in a sea of blood. Suction, suction, flush, now, flush. Flush, go, go, lots, lots, lots. Go, 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 dilute it. More. Stop. Flush, suck, suck it. Stop, suck, keep sucking. We're losing a shed load of blood here. Keep going, slowly. She stopped bleeding now. The cement is set. I just hope I've pulled her out enough to realign the fracture.
If the operation has failed, euthanasia will be the family's only option.
This is a crazy difficult fracture. We can see the cement is here, and the pins in the front, the pins behind. This is the bit that was fractured right here. The good news is it's not sticking up in the spinal cord anymore. The problem is that the second vertebra didn't completely realign. It just didn't pull down properly. It's not perfect, but adequate will keep her alive, you know? Adequate is better than dead. I just hope she makes it, and it'll be all worthwhile. Hey, mate, how are you? How are you today? Hi, buddy.
Having performed Jersey's hip replacement just over a week ago,
come on then.
It's time for Noel to see how his pioneering patient is doing.
Good boy. Oh, look at you trying to go along there. That's pretty good. Hey, Ruth, how are you? So this is what the hip replacement looks like. That's the stem, that's the neck, that's the new cup, and it looks great. Everything else is going well.
Good.
Now, who have we got here?
I love him. Hello, mate. Hello.
Noel has some important instructions for Ruth.
So basically, he wants to face the knee out that way when he stands up.
Okay.
Okay? So all I want you to do is just put the foot in the ground and hold it straight. All right, mate. You all right, Bubs? Do everything I've asked you, you should be all right. But rest, 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 apart
rest,
from those
yeah.
exercises.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
He's not out of the woods yet, so I have got some exercises that Noel showed me that I've got to do. I'll get Chris to do it. He's good at things like that.
Surgery was just the beginning for Jersey, and I knew that rehabilitation would be absolutely critical. But Ruth is hugely dedicated and devoted to all of her rescue animals, and I was very confident that she would deliver what was needed.
5 days after surgery, Willow, the deerhound with the broken neck, is surprising everyone with the speed of her recovery.
Sweetheart, I'm sorry. I have to check all the feet. So 1, 2, 3. Oh! Not my. You know.
She can
not,
move
not,
really
not so
well.
Good. Not only do I save your life, but now you want to bite me in the private area. Not so good, babe.
Oh dear.
Well, you can move your neck.
Willow, that's not very nice. Good girl.
Well done.
Willow's doing so well, the family should be able to collect her in a week. For now, she'll remain in Noel's care.
That's incredible. That really is incredible. 5 days after the operation, incredible.
Willow's surgery was among the most difficult I've done, so to see her recovery makes everything that I do worthwhile.
Well done. Wow. Yay. Yay. Yay.
You train your whole life for that one moment.
Wow. And the sun came out for you as well. Wow. That's amazing. Doesn't get any better than this. I'm sitting in a field in the sun with a dog that should, by all accounts, be dead. And this life is just sitting here on my knee, happy as you like.
Fitzpatrick's is staffed 24/7, with a dedicated team caring for all patients.
We're here to look after people's animals that are so precious to them and part of their family, and it's really important that we remember that and that we care for them like that.
Did she waggle? Oh.
Pets must miss their family. We've got to try and make it as special as we can for them.
Chihuahua Darcy is recovering at the practice and receiving lots of TLC.
Hello. Are you waking up?
Although she's been sorely missed, back at home.
Normally when I come downstairs, I normally open this door to get her out to take her to the toilet, but she's not there anymore and I keep forgetting. And it makes me really upset.
We've missed her tip-tapping on the ground. We've missed her when we cuddle her. Yeah, we've missed a lot about her, yeah.
Darcy not being there has made life that much more difficult for Tajorne. She's not sleeping as well. She's waking up more during the night than she normally is. And because Darcy's not there for her to talk to, it's like she's lost.
At last, a week after her operation, the family are back to see if she's ready to come home. After such intricate surgery, Darcy's still very vulnerable.
Now then, so Darcy's doing well, but it's early days. At the moment, her back legs are attached to her body by 13 pins and a frame. So this has to stay in position while everything heals. Taking responsibility for her right now is one of the most important things you two guys can ever do in your life so far. You know that there's a living creature depending on you for their welfare. Good. Are we ready?
Okay.
I'll go get her.
Oh my gosh, did you see that? We have to be so careful with her. Oh my gosh.
No! Hi! Hi, Munchie! Hi, Munchkin! Off we go. Now. There we go.
Hello, Darcy.
Here we go.
Hello, Darcy.
Now.
Darcy. Hello. Oh, hello, Darcy. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hello, I know, you're excited, I know. We just haven't seen her for so long, and I think just seeing her that, you know, she's got her life back in her. And then look at these two, look at Josiah.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. Okay, well done to Johnny. Look after yourself. See you later, guys.
Bye-bye.
The happy smiles of a reunited family. That's why we're here.
Three months after Darcy's operation to fix her broken pelvis, she's in for a checkup to see if she can have her frame removed.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
You all right? Nice jacket.
Thank you.
Oh, nicer jacket. Look at that. Look at that. You and your winter wardrobe because it's rainy outside. That's a beautiful jacket.
Tajourné has actually brought you to show you a selection of...
Wow, show me. That's fantastic.
I couldn't bring it all. But...
You couldn't bring it all? Wow, fantastic. Look at this. That's pink.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? Whoa, look at this. Oh, wow, and this is a onesie.
Yeah.
That's a onesie. Wow, look at that. Now, tell me, more importantly, how have you been getting on with the frame?
Fine,
Good.
yeah.
All right, so you're going to need to hold her up there while I have a little look under here. Okay, the padding has worked very well, hasn't it?
Yes.
All righty. Just fingers crossed today. Hopefully we'll get that frame off.
See you later then, Darcy.
Darcy's frame can only come off if her pelvis has fully healed.
The pins are out.
Yeah.
She's just coming around from her anaesthetic, but she's nicely warmed up now. So this is the X-ray picture now. It's healed really well.
Oh, excellent. I'm so glad she's back to normal. We have to thank you because you're the one that gave us the hope.
She's like, hello, family. I've got my frame off. I can't wait to get back out in the park and show off all my bling.
Yes! Oh, hello!
But before she goes, the practice has a surprise gift.
So this is the top bit, and this is the bottom bit. Darcy, for your next special outing. And then we have the pièce de résistance. Patrick Referral's special. This is her little gilet for winter time. Oh, dearie me.
Thank you. Oh, she is.
Take care, sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm not leaving you. I'm literally... Bye-bye. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. I never succumb to this dressing stuff, ever, ever. Because I grew up on a farm. You know, my dad would roll in his grave. It never ceases to amaze me how much the love of an animal changes your life for the better, even if it is dressed up nonsense.
It's been 6 weeks since three-legged Jersey's pioneering hip surgery, and he's having a course of weekly hydrotherapy.
I love him, look.
Unfortunately for Jersey, strengthening his muscles means getting wet.
That's a good boy.
3 months later, back in the bosom of his extended family, Jersey's bounce is back.
It has taken a long, long time, but he's come through it and we finally got there. I still cry sometimes with him and give him a cuddle and say, I can't believe you're still here, because it's pretty amazing.
Ruth had no idea how long his new hip would last, but an incredible 5 years on, Jersey is still top cat.
Jersey is doing absolutely amazing. I never ever thought I'd still have him sitting on my lap 5 years later after having his big op. And look at him, he's so happy. He's a lovely little chap. Love him to bits. Look at him, he's soppy as ever. She just bit me. He loves the outdoors, which is great. He's just loving life. We've had a couple of blips with him. About 3 years ago, he was diagnosed with epilepsy, which was really, really worrying. So he's on tablets for that now. And he also got into a fight last year, so he was hospitalised for a week.
Despite his tribulations, Jersey has rallied every time and is even loving his regular hydro routine.
When he first went swimming, I think that was something that I never ever thought I'd see one of my cats doing. He goes every week to 10 days and he really, really likes it. Well, he seems to. I mean, obviously he can't tell me, but he doesn't seem bothered by it at all. The procedure that Noel did was the first one that he'd ever done on a three-legged cat. So obviously it was very, very worrying because we didn't know if it was going to be okay, if it was going to work for Jersey. But feeling about it now, it's fantastic, great. And I hope that he can go on and do it for others.
And the family is still on its rescue mission.
We went to Kefalonia and we fell in love with one of the charity dogs out there, Dixie, and we brought her back. Lovely little dog, crazy as anything. Jersey was never that worried about her, believe it or not. He just has always bashed her, given her a bop. I am at the moment looking after my daughter's two cats, Boris and Doris. We've got 9 cats here at the moment and 2 dogs, so it's full on and a full house, but the more the merrier.
I'm moving out.
It's now 4 years since Noel mended Darcy's fractured pelvis. And this little dog is still at the heart of the Wilson family.
Well, Darcy's actually 6 now, which is around 40 in dog years. Round? She's very much like a playful puppy. Good girl. She does everything with us. She eats with us. She plays with us.
Darcy, grooming session. She loves dancing, running around, annoying and chasing the cat. And she really does think she's the boss of everything.
Seeing Darcy active has really made me happy. She's not in any pain and she can enjoy her day-to-day activities.
Date la vuelta. Siéntate. Siéntate. Yes. Dame un beso.
In fact, she's loved by the whole extended clan, here and abroad.
Even our relatives in Venezuela, they love for us to send them videos and pictures. She really does bring joy to everyone.
Good girl, good girl. And my nan, she even calls Darcy her great-granddaughter, which is lovely. She's really part of the family. Darcy! Darcy!
And naturally, Darcy's canine couture has expanded too.
Darcy still has a wardrobe, and my nan is constantly buying her outfits. We like watching her wear this stuff, isn't it? The way she waddles and stuff, she absolutely loves this. But this one, it reminds us of Fitzpatrick referrals, and it's her Barbie tutu, which one of the staff did for her. And it's just a lovely positive memory of Fitzpatrick, how they helped her.
I also feel really relieved and happy just to see how far she's come and what Noel's done for her.
Now she can continue to be the cheeky dog that she is.
Five months after her life-saving surgery to fix her broken neck, Willow was back out walking with brother Lev.
Willow can run, she can play, she's very free now. She behaves like she's never actually broken her neck. She cheers everyone up. She's my little hairy sister.
We're hoping that she'll be a companion to Lev until he's grown up, and so that she'll live to old bones, as it were.
Over the years, Willow embraced her second chance at life.
So since Willow broke her neck, Lev and Willow have got increasingly close. And it's rather lovely, actually, because wherever Lev is, Willow is, including on his bed, which she's not strictly supposed to do.
And now, 5 years on, their relationship is stronger than ever.
I'm 15 years old now, and me and Willow still go on dog walks together every day. It's amazing seeing her as she is and how her life has turned around, and she's such a positive dog.
And Lev now has another hairy sibling to love.
We got another dog, Piran. He's a retriever. Willow's been put out. Or Princess Willow, as I think we should call her, really, shouldn't we?
He's just constantly trying to play with her.
Yeah, he just wants to play all the time, and she's like, oh, God, not Piran again. Willow is having the most amazing life. I would imagine she'll be for a few more adventures before her time comes. But she lives as full a life as she wants, and I hope that continues. So, Noel, thank you. Do you want to say anything else? Oh, that was...